like a girl with booty.
Yeah, I know you like big butts.
Whether we was at the Mystique.
So as I get my life, I will help you get yours. I'm gonna plead the fifth one.
But my home, I read Jeeper all day.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Courtney, back with episode 24 of Face the Fat podcast. Y'all know I got my co-host.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, your girl, Sean. Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all. And we represented too bad today because we got Spring and Kayla with Good Evening Roanoke Valley podcast, y'all.
Thank y'all for having us.
Already.
But is y'all ready to face the fat?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're going in.
My vision for my YouTube channel, like I said, it's called When You On TV. It's different channels. You come here, you're gonna get podcasts, millions and thousands of views, and y'all gonna know this girl right now. Lil CCTV, we get spicy, cause if you know, you know.
It was like pulling a tooth to get them here.
Right. It's our first one with 4 people, though.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's our first one with the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Y'all kicking down barriers and stuff. Y'all kicking down doors.
So, Kayla, you the host, right?
Yes, I'm the host of Good Evening Roanoke Valley.
Co-host.
I'm cold.
How did y'all, like everybody asked me and Sean, how did we do it together? What made y'all want to do it together?
So me and Twin came together in this podcast aspect about 2, almost 3 years ago. We bumped into each other at the community college. I was looking for an event that was being put on by somebody. Shout out to ABC2 and Chester Williams. He was doing an event. We were trying to locate the event, and Chester ended up connecting with us to do some kind of a virtual party, to promote the census. Yeah. Okay. We had to do outreach during 2020 for the census to get everybody counted and stuff. And so me and Twin came up with like doing this Facebook Live, like a virtual party type of thing, because Twin DJs. So I'm like, okay, well, we could just have a little party. And that's how it started. Yep, that's pretty much how we came together. And once we stopped doing stuff for Chester, we just kept doing it because Twin has a platform and he's doing D-Twin Radio. It's hip hop based, and he was just going like that. And so, you know, we started doing it together. And pretty much rest is history.
But she can tell y'all. All right. See, because we were doing D-Twin Radio, but we were thinking about, you know, doing something more for the Roanoke Valley. And then KT came up with the name Good Evening Roanoke Valley. And after we had the name coming into the new year, we kicked off the first episode. And, you know, it was very well received. And, you know, we really felt good about it because after that, the second episode, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we were able to be fortunate to interview with Tony Burnett.
Yeah, we did.
Once we actually kicked off for the new year. And that was cool because we got to give a big shout out to...
And then our biggest one was Alvin Arrington, though.
It was.
That was the first one we did.
Okay.
That was the first one we did. Tony Burnett was the second one we did. But yeah, we got to interview Alvin Arrington.
For Good Evening Roanoke Valley?
Yeah.
I thought I was the biggest when I came.
You were on D-Twin Radio with us.
That was D-Twin Radio.
And I went and looked at that video the other day too. We had fun though. We did have fun. We sure did.
So, like I said, we've been working together for a couple years now.
It's a couple years.
About 3 years. 3 years.
So being that it started off as kind of like a party on live,
Right.
and then it's like Good Evening Roanoke Valley. What topics y'all really like try to touch bases on?
So Good Evening Roanoke Valley is pretty much for the Roanoke Valley. So we try and make it as relevant to where we are as possible. So local spotlights are a huge part of our show. And then I do national and state headlines, more so the state headlines type of stuff because we're immediately connected to that area. And then entertainment and sports just because I love music. I love reality TV and I love Kanye. And I love sports, and so that just kind of makes up the basis for the show. But the show is really about, you know, cultivating culture here in the Roanoke Valley.
Right.
Because, and this is one of the things that me and Twin really connect on, and why we go so hard with this, is because Twin always say I'm putting on for my city.
Yeah.
We always want, because we grew, when we was coming up, you know, when we got out and went to college and stuff, everybody like, can't wait to get from around here. Ain't nothing to do.
That's how I was.
Always something going on, can't wait to get from around here.
So why not
And
get
so, exactly. And so when we came back here as adults, as functioning adults with a life and pay bills and make money, that kind of thing, you start to navigate another level.
Yeah.
You start to navigate a different aspect of the culture that you couldn't see when you was young.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
And so that it's a unique space, and it's hype too.
Yeah.
If you know where to look. It's not that bad. There was some people think it's lame around here. I'm like, if it's lame, then you lame, because
Exactly.
that's pretty much where it comes from. You carry that on in. So that's why we do what we do. We really want to represent Roanoke Valley and make a stake in the world for the culture, for how we live around here, because we're like a really big, it's a really delicate bridge of rural and kind of in proximity to bigger cities. Like we live within an hour and a half of an airport and that kind of thing. So we experience, you know, a safer, more, it's like safe ratchet. It's like Bougetto. You know what I'm saying? It's like Bougetto. So, but it's relevant.
Yeah.
So that's why we go so hard for
Y'all, this is
Roanoke
252 Halifax County,
North Carolina,
Northampton County.
Northampton County.
For real, we represent. We're all day.
That's what it is.
Okay?
I like
And
that
we're
idea.
Charlie Bright, by the way.
Charlie
Like
Pride.
Like, it's okay
Hurricane
to
Pride.
run away from your hometown, but it's also good to come back and try to put some life into it.
Right.
That's true. But you don't know that if you don't go away and come
Come
back.
back.
Right.
That's the same thing Keon said. He said when you
I seen
travel,
his interview, yeah.
you know, you
Uh-huh.
have a whole different perspective when you come back. You
Yeah.
know, how things, you know, of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta see different things, and you come back, you be like, damn, it changes your whole mindset.
Right.
It
If
is.
you say stuck and stagnant, then you just gonna be stuck.
That's all you can
Right.
be.
Right. I mean, you gotta expose yourself.
And not
to
up
that.
and stuff.
Yeah.
You can be crabs at the bottom of the barrel. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
You know,
Trying to get out.
Yeah.
So how far y'all plan to take it? What's y'all goals?
To God be the glory. The
Yeah.
sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Like, cause I've
Straight up.
learned now not to put limits on stuff.
Right.
Cause when you
Go with the
put
flow.
when you put a limit on stuff, you know,
You
you
become
know
limited.
exactly. So
I want to be
so
limited.
we wanna take Good Evening Roanoke Valley as far as it can go.
Yeah.
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 So let's talk about that ATL trip, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
of all, how did the city treat y'all? That was outside.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we was all the
We
way
was
outside.
outside.
We was all the way
Cause
outside.
you know me, you know, at the club.
We outside.
Forever, I love Atlanta. Forever, I love Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Always be fun. Yeah, Atlanta be fun.
I'm gonna be honest. What was killing me though, how I'm gonna have to holler. I'm gonna have to holler at my boy Charlamagne.
I want to have a conversation about it.
Because you know, like y'all know they ain't have but what, like
It
2
won't.
food trucks.
It was 2 food
It
trucks.
was what about
With-
2,000 folks out there?
I'm gonna
So,
tell
like,
them.
You know what I'm
I'm so
saying?
glad we having this conversation
I'm
because
just
I
saying.
really want to tell the truth about
Charlamagne
it.
talk to us, bro.
For real, we enjoyed the
Yes,
experience or whatever, but for real, I just feel like it could have been a little. I don't know what I was expecting, but it won't there. I couldn't. It was 2 food trucks out there, so it wasn't no
And
variety.
it was healthy.
It was healthy, so that's cool. That part's cool. But this event was from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 o'clock in the evening. And you could not come back. If you left the
You was
vicinity,
out.
you could not come back. And I don't care for that. I don't like that because that's a long time to be in a confined space.
Especially with 2 food trucks.
With 2 food trucks
Now-
and limited seating.
Right.
It was more people in there than it was seats available. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? You could rotate around and that kind of thing. But to me, it wasn't a lot of vendors out there to keep people occupied
Right.
in other spaces. So it just wasn't a lot of standing around.
I think it'll get better by the end of the
I think
first
it
one.
will. I do agree with
And,
that. I think it will definitely continue to grow. But that's my feedback for the first one.
Right.
Yeah,
For the first
We
one,
need
that's
more
my
than
feedback
2
for
food
it.
trucks.
But we gotta shout you out though because we would have known if you hadn't never told me about it.
Yeah,
Like,
Twin actually had the hookup. For real, Twin got the hookup on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you know, I listen to the Breakfast Club faithfully. What
He's
talking about.
he's a breakfast
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I said, yo, KT, you trying to go to the Black Network Podcast Festival?
I said,
She's like, yeah. I bet. And then I was like, well, let them know, do y'all want to go? So that way, you know what I mean, y'all can be able to check it out too.
Yeah, so Caleb talking about here, Courtney, look, Caleb told me about the Black
Yeah.
Podcast Network. We gotta go.
I mean,
y'all pulled up.
I'm gonna tell you about Courtney, y'all, right? I'm gonna blow up because Courtney said, I'm gonna ask my dad, I'm gonna do a little weary ass, and he gonna say, you can go.
Not only did y'all come.
Y'all went.
He drove.
I was saying your dad brought you. That was saying she was chauffeured like the princess that she is.
Understood.
Period.
Yeah, facts.
What y'all stayed downtown too? Look. Decked out.
Yeah,
Her mom and daddy took good care of her.
And was lit in the city.
And was lit. And still came and still popped out. Still popped out.
That's all we're going to say on that right there. You know?
Some of who playing.
We did a lot of networking down there, and I learned a lot.
Y'all was on it.
Yeah.
For real.
Because we do the visual, we had to get them subscribers up.
Understood.
Y'all gotta get on that YouTube.
Understand?
I watch y'all YouTube.
We
I
were
subscribe.
talking, you
The
know.
little CCTV.
We, you know, and honestly, and that's something that we've been talking about. But and because see, really, we've been, ever since we did D-Twin Radio, we would do live Facebook. So we've been used to the live Facebook vibe. Now, also, I got to give a big shout out to Miss Penix Brown with Give It to the People. She is a wonderful individual that's working with me on perfecting some of the things that I'm doing with our podcast, Could Even Run the Valley. And, you know what I mean? Like you all said, YouTube is one of the things she did say. So I am considering.
We gonna get there.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't like technology.
And like I already know. Look, KT's gonna
like
tell you. Once that happens, I'm gonna be probably most of the one doing all the editing because KT is gonna be like, "Twin, I'm getting frustrated."
I don't have the patience for it. I do not have the patience for it at all.
Speaking of, you don't have patience to edit, but you got patience to go out into the community
And it's wearing
advocate.
I'm messing with you.
But you do a very fine job with connecting and bridging gaps, amongst the community and connecting people to the right resources. Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, Kayla got the hook, is the plug. Kayla is the plug on everything. Whenever I need something, what I do, I call that phone everywhere. I send an email. Like Kayla is the plug. Inbox on Facebook. Like talk to this person. Go to. Okay, Kayla is plugged in.
And Twin put me in a hot seat earlier before the camera. I ain't been on the parties yet.
Oh yeah, man. Yo, listen, man. Hey, man. Shout out to my people, man, here, man, in Valley, man, that always show me love. You know what I mean? Whether we at this where it's the humble beginnings came from. Whether we was at the Mystique, when it all popped off.
Yeah, when it all popped off.
Okay. To the American Legion, you know what I mean? I mean, every venue here pretty much in the Roanoke Valley I done DJ'd in. But right now I'm fortunate where me and DJ 321 have been having great partnerships with 51 Sycamore Bar and Grill, Rockfish Bar and Grill here in Weldon. And, Sundress Linen, part 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Sundress Linen part 3. You better know
You
it.
talked about that on your interview with Tion about they start with the
children band. I still say
Keep one.
the number one party that Roanoke ever seen. The best party so far that Roanoke. I've been to some good dope parties. Don't get me wrong, but the children band still is number one.
Oh, God is good.
That's what's up.
I appreciate the love.
But I heard you say that to Tion. I was like,
And I gotta give it to Tion and Tamika. Like, we really worked really well together with putting that event together. And I mean, I thank God. I really thank God because it blew our minds of how everybody came out, want no problems, nobody, got to shooting or none of that.
Nothing.
And the crazy thing about it, and I gotta drop this, and Tia and Tamika are gonna laugh when I say this. We ain't had no liquor license, so we couldn't sell no liquor in there. And everybody was still in there.
And still the littest
party in the valley, hands down.
That's crazy.
I mean, the whole city came
Yeah,
out.
and people that was coming from out of town that was with
Yeah.
them, like it was, man.
It was lit.
You could not see the floor.
Could not see
You
the
literally will see a crowd of people. And honestly, if the fire marshal would have came in there that day, would have been wrapped.
And y'all know I'm short, so I had to get on the stage.
Yo, shout out to everybody involved there, man. It's awesome, yo. Like, God knows that you hit me with that one for real. That was one of my, like, I can never, ever throw an event that will outdo the outcome that we had for the chill event. I'm just, you know what I mean? Oh, man, it was what, 2016? Yeah, it was like 2016. I ain't gonna lie, 2015, 2016 was that year we was whoa.
Y'all on the same with the gang swing.
Yeah.
What got you into DJ?
I'm gonna be honest with you. For real, everybody know 99.5 Jams, the one station been home, hip hop and R&B, all the good stuff. And 105.9, the station I've been, you know what I mean, affiliated with and working with the first 10 years of my journey. And then I still affiliated with the radio station because I do mixes with the station, but shout out to my homie DJ321, because for real, he was the first person who really let me learn with him and CJ. CJ, man, shout out to CJ really, because CJ, phenomenal computer guy. He knows all these ins and outs of the computers to make sure I had the tight core process that I need in order to DJ and stuff like that. But make a long story short, my dad was a DJ, and I know it from my mom. My mom told me that. But then I was able to hear kind of the story of how it led to that. And then I kind of already knew. I told my brother. Yeah, I told my brother in 2004. Like, shout out to God for this.
Shout out to God.
That's really what it is, because you had resources.
Yeah, I told my brother in 2004 this was gonna be something I was gonna do. You know what I mean? I done made, music too. So you know what I mean. But I've learned. I haven't shot no video and nothing, because I've learned that when it comes to the music industry, you gotta have that big old bag. And,
Man, when you shoot a video, let me be a video get
okay. Well, I might talk to my manager about that and see what he said. Talk to my manager and see. But like I said, like all of that really came from 2004. Just trusting and believing God in the process. You know what I mean? And radio is really the avenue that kind of brought. D-Twin.
D-Twin.
So, yeah, that's what it is.
And yeah, shout out to 321. Y'all make sure y'all tap into 321 doing Yo Karaoke.
Yeah. Yep, Yo Karaoke's My Entrepreneur Life.
Okay.
Yeah, DJ 321 got me stuff.
So, Twin, I got an icebreaker for you.
Okay.
And Kayla, Sean got an icebreaker for you.
All right.
But I'm going to start with you. So, in your bio is, I'm just a small town guy. I'm just a small guy from a small... I don't know.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm just a small guy from a small town with big dreams I put on for my city.
Yeah.
How is it living in a small city? Like...
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? For real, and I thank God for this. I done been hopping around throughout the years, so I've met a lot of good people. And at the end of the day, I'm still back where I'm from, which we barely probably got 1,200 folks in Garrisburg. You feel what I'm saying? But I've been blessed where I really have been able to make moves and impact all different areas of the world, because people be like, yo, I remember from college, like he always had that energy. He was always like that. But now, like seeing me as a DJ is like, it was like, oh yeah, I already knew he was gonna do that. Cause I used to love having kickbacks in Elizabeth City when we were back in what we call Complex. Shout out to the Complex, by the way.
I just got remodeled or something.
They tore it down, but I think
it's rebuilt.
I almost had to find out. I ain't been there yet. So, but make a long story short, I'm gonna tell you this how I was. See, I was broke as hell in college. I was like most of us, and I really did not have no DJ equipment. The only thing I had was a home surround sound system, and I would take my laptop and play music from that with a couple friends sitting in that little lobby area or the little main area of your suite. You know how you got the suite and you got the little living room area, and there would be about 8 to 10 of us just sitting there drinking, parlaying. And when I knew like I had a vibe with that, you know what I mean, that kind of got me inspired to really pursue it. But I'm gonna say one more thing. But what really let me know like the party was popping and I was in the right timing with the right place with the right people, I gotta say shout out to my homie Gio, because me and Gio had a house downtown Running Rapids, across from TJ Davis. You know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, when we used to do them house parties, man, they used to be from wall to wall, everybody in the litty. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, Running Rapids PD would shut us down every time. But one day, the guy said, man, y'all got so many people, man. He said, man, y'all at least had to have about 100 people. And I said, damn, well, now it's about time for us to run the building. You feel me? So, but, man, oh yeah, I really like, and that's why I said, no matter where I go, I tell people where I'm from. You know what I mean? I rep Wood and Garysburg. You know, I'm a little bit of gas, and I'm in Running Rapids, but my home, I rep Jeeper all day. This is what it is. You know what I mean? And I tell KTZ this all the time. I'm just $1 million to make it, man. We got this media company gonna build, and when it builds, people gonna say, man, so why did you do this? And I said, just like you said, if you go out where it's already there, it doesn't matter to the people because they've seen it before. But if you come back home and show people something they've never seen, yeah, man. I'm sitting by saying, yo, like it blew me. God is my witness, y'all. When Kurt posted on Facebook, he was like A1 DJ, you know what I mean? So, and I'm like, I thank God because I just do what I do. I pray every time I DJ. I pray before every time I go DJ. And I ain't had nobody complain about me DJing yet. So, I mean, I'm doing pretty all right.
They say when you got God rich, you can be a gift.
Hey, you right. All right, so that's my little thing right there with Charles Burger. I appreciate it. All right.
So my icebreakers for Kayla, I peeped your bio. It's a God-fearing, community advocating, nonprofit professional here to help you get your life as I get mine. Break that down.
That's exactly, literally what I do.
Mm-hmm.
When I left and went to go to college, I flunked out of school the first time I went. And so having to come back home and take a good look at myself and my community and the things that I was surrounded by, that's where I got my inspiration to really go into the nonprofit industry. And I was doing some research, I was just reading books because my mom's a teacher. So we always had books in my house. I think she had like a set of encyclopedias or something. I just picked up, started reading about nonprofits and things that you could do. And the fact that they are actually the third largest employer in the nation. The nonprofit industry is. Okay. And so being able to make a living off of helping people sound like the plan for me because I did not because I hate sales. I would much rather give it to you. If I feel like you need it that bad, I'd rather just try and sell it to you. I just give it to you. And I feel like God has extended that grace and mercy to me in my life. And so and that's what I want to give to my community. And that's lit. So as I get my life, I will help you get yours in any way I can. I promise.
And there was something that stuck out to me that you said, I think one of your videos, you said that you was always in a room full of place with powerful people, and versus just being there not learning anything, you was there to like connect, learn, and network, and use that for your advantage. I think did you say it in your speech? When
when I did the transport,
and I was like, dang, if I'm just gonna be in a room full of people, I need to navigate and listen and learn. You know what I'm saying? Not just to be a body that holding up space.
That's right.
Understood.
That'd be your best bet for real. I tell everybody get your life. That was the first message that I preached. I was invited to preach at church I was attending, and that's the first message that I preached was get your life.
Yes.
And then since you said that, we're gonna get into the deep round.
Okay then.
Usually we would have cards, but I just got a topic.
Alright.
You said get your life.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I feel like a lot of young people feel like they're running out of time.
Okay.
See how I'm a young podcaster, and then y'all are older.
Right.
I feel like I got time.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Okay.
Plenty.
So what's some advice for the young people that feel like they're running out of time? Like anything is possible.
You start first, Frank.
Time is a man-made construct. Okay, just put that. Just go ahead and go ahead and knock it out right now because when you can't be programmed. You can't let nobody think for you. Okay, so somebody telling you that you got to do this on a certain amount of time. it's literally not even real.
Right.
It's literally not even real. If you're in tune with yourself
Right.
and you know exactly what your purpose is and what God put you here to do,
Right.
you will get it done, and it don't matter what kind of time it is.
Right. You know,
Period.
that's for real.
You
I mean, you know, KT ain't got it, but this one thing about it, you know, y'all know y'all say about we always talk about God always. We know what our God is now. But one thing, like, I'm a firm watcher of sermons from T.D. Jakes or you know, the Potter's House. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest, God gave me this, and I'm gonna tell somebody right now, like, you got to be willing to invest 10,000 hours. The reason I say 10,000 hours might be approximately close to 10 years sometimes. In what you're trying to pursue, if you're not willing to pursue it without fainting, without giving up, without ceasing, are you really passionate?
That's right.
You know, and the reason I said it because a lot of times you're not going to see what you want in the earliest of as you are pursuing. See, the climb up the mountain is the hardest. The climb up the mountain is the hardest.
Y'all, let's twin preacher, y'all.
It's always easiest on the way down. But the thing is, the most fulfilling aspect of it all is when you get to the top. I'm just saying, like, I'm telling y'all don't know. I'm gonna keep this 100. No, like, like iron sharpen iron, just like we sit here with y'all.
That's
you know, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you got to think about so many people that probably said to you, "Nah, you shouldn't try that. It ain't gonna work."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or don't do it with him.
You feel what I'm saying? But yet, when you knew that you were in the room, the spirit led you to do what you do.
Was there.
It's not. There is nothing pulling you nor you to do what you do, nor pulling us to do what we do. Our natural friendship and the way we interact with each other brings the natural chemistry of what you produce for the viewing audience. We love you all. We do, but what you naturally see is what you naturally see. You feel what I'm saying?
You ain't got time to fake now. No. Can't do that part.
You know, so
Not that part.
I'm going to tell, and going back to what I'm saying, because me, when I really, and I got to tell y'all this, I'm going to tell them a little bit of story. You know what I mean? This is going to be the one that's going to wake people up to the non-believers and thinking that, all right, when I wanted to take this journey, I didn't have a card. I didn't have a dime in my bank account. Okay? I was so broke, my girlfriend in college would even talk me to a text because I could only afford $10 so I could text her. And when we wanted to talk, she had to call the house phone. At a certain amount of time, girl, I ain't letting you answer that house phone. So that's why I had the text message. You feel what I'm saying? All right. When I was doing, pursuing radio, I had no car. I wrote my homeboy for about 2 weeks before our ship was differentiated where I could not ride with him. God know I saw it so fit, I wanted it so bad, I had to walk from Gettysburg to Weldon. Okay? But that was because it's called determination.
That's right.
It's called determination. And the only reason I say that because I went from walking to riding a bike, then I got the money that I needed to get the car. There was an older car I got fixed, which I still own at this time, by the way. All right. And be able to still see God unfold what I had dreamed in 2004. But the thing is, by the time that it started flourishing, it was 2016.
Okay.
Do you feel what I'm saying? So now I'm a very well-known DJ. I'm doing parties. I'm making money. I'm to the point where I can't.
That's the vision you see.
Yo, I mean, yeah. What? I mean, it was what I saw was small.
Oh.
What I saw was small because I'm sitting back saying now, you know what I mean? I done traveled up and down North Carolina, been to Maryland, been to Virginia Beach, you know what I mean? And the thing is to know that people see me as a high sought after DJ. You feel what I'm saying? When I remember when dudes was looking like, yo, who you? You feel what I'm saying? To the point where now, you know what I mean? I step in the place, oh, Twin was good. Like, and I just thank God for it all because I literally put 10,000 hours behind God. I don't know how this gonna go, but hey, I'm gonna trust you in it, and let's go. And I mean, shoot, hey, it went from an idea to a full-blown business. That's why I can't.
And that 10,000 hours investment in yourself is a real thing.
Yeah.
Like that investment in your craft and putting in actual time and effort into that.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. I'm 10 years in the nonprofit industry myself, and a lot of that time I volunteered. Okay, I did a lot of the work that I do that I get paid for now. I did a lot of it for free, starting off, just to make sure that I knew what I was doing. My heart was in the right place, and that God could see me through. For real, for real. If you really want to know what you're passionate about, think about what you would do for free, right?
Oh, look. I'm telling you, she's not lying. And look, let me tell y'all, it's funny.
And we sit right here doing
This is the big one that people don't realize. And this is my big one. I'm gonna drop on everybody. The whole entire time I was working at that radio station, people thinking I was making big money. I was barely bringing home $100 every 2 weeks.
Come on, but everybody knows you.
But you feel me? But the thing is, once I start being my own person and start doing my own events and start DJing, that's when life started changing because I could control what the outcome would be.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're about to get into this.
We ain't gonna do no too dirty, y'all, because they done talked about TDJ, the Lord. But the Lord knows my heart, and baby, he
know what you like to talk about. You like to get nasty.
Alright, okay.
We gotta face the bill. Okay. We knew what we was getting. We knew what it was. Come on,
I'm gonna start it off.
Alright.
I only got 3.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna just do a never have I ever. Both of y'all.
Okay.
We got.
Never have I ever had sex on the balcony.
I did it before.
Yeah, sex on the balcony. That's AKT. Look, we just
Damn, we done just keep going. We done already admitted that.
Okay, we can still, that's still an option. Okay, all right, y'all, okay, all right.
Do you believe in poly relationships?
I'm to be on the women's aspect, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I like my person to myself too. I don't think I'm gonna do the poly. Like it ain't. And I don't even, I'm gonna be real. I'm selfish.
Yeah, I don't want no sister wife.
I'm very selfish.
I don't want no sister wife.
Right.
And last but not least, what's your guilty pleasure?
Ooh.
Something that turns you on as weird.
Oh, that birthday thing.
Clean hands, actually. That's a really good turn on for me.
Oh.
Don't come around here with no dirty things.
Well manicured, clean hands.
That's a good one.
My hand.
What's yours?
And look, KT, you gonna be like, Serena, you went there, right? I like a girl with booty.
Yeah, I know you like big butt. Look, that dispel the rumors for everybody that think me and Tweet got something going on.
No, we don't. We do not.
My booty's not big enough.
I love my friend. I just love a girl with a booty.
My butt ain't big enough.
That's my thing right there.
Well, I said on one video, a pancake isn't done until it's been flipped.
Look, go ahead. All right. Okay.
You play too much.
Yeah, what y'all?
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
Oh man.
Let
me shift this one.
Yeah, I gotta sprinkle a little cayenne.
Let's see if they plead the fifth, y'all. They didn't plead the fifth on my round.
Might be on this one.
I got like 5 questions. I'm gonna do 3, y'all.
Okay.
So the first one's gonna be a little easy one. What is something freaky he told you and she told you while he was up in it or while you was up in it?
She said some Spanish. She said some Spanish to me and said, "Papi." All I know was something in a papi. I'm just saying. Hey, it's real. I cannot tell it. What? Just have fun, man. Just have fun.
I can't say the word.
Yes, you can. It's raw and natural.
You can just.
Well.
All right, give it a little sensory. Oh, but now if you gotta give it hard, you just gonna give this.
It's complicated, you guys.
Okay.
Well, okay, let me tell you. It wasn't really freaky, but it was good too. It was what I wanted to hear to get me there. He told me I had the best.
Hey. Oh.
We love it.
Okay, so let's leave it to the next
Espanol.
question.
It was an Espanol for me.
It was an Espanol.
It was an Espanol for me.
The next question says, name something a person do to you and do to you to make you nut instantly.
I'm gonna plead the fifth one.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing too. We about to get too much. Look, I'm like,
You talking about how people were trying to run up
oh
on
y'all,
you?
yeah, we know they're gonna be serious.
Told you got a lot of
Right,
followers.
you
and
feel
stuff.
me?
You got a lot of followers. I can't be playing
Look,
around like
like,
that. Somebody see me in the street talking about something.
Next.
Well,
I heard this turn you on.
Okay, well,
Oh, my
next then,
goodness.
what did y'all do to bust y'all first nut then?
Oh my goodness! You know what? I remember so I had this conversation. I kind of had this conversation because this is to promote body positivity
Understood.
and you know, feminine women enjoying their sexuality.
Right.
You know, women don't necessarily have orgasms every time they
Have sex.
have sex, especially being penetrated. Sometimes, you know, you just don't get there like that. And I think at this particular time, I figured out the position that made me
Right.
Climax.
Right.
Yeah.
And what was that?
I didn't tell you.
All right, that's all you got. That's all you
But
got.
I figured it out though.
Let me see.
You gotta tell her what it is because you know your husband might be watching. He needs to
He had to
know
find
how
out,
to
though.
make you climax.
He had to find it out.
Don't miss out on your million.
No.
I was about to say, when you talk to me like that,
No.
it's like,
No,
I mean, okay, if you.
Sometimes you gotta make it work.
Don't
Sometimes
miss out on your millionaire.
if you give it now, every time nigga Harry gonna be trying to do just that.
They gotta learn your body.
Just that.
Okay, so what happened to you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't no shame in my game because I started early. So I'm probably about 13. My uncle them had flicks, you know what I mean? So I'm watching it. I don't know what else. I just knew it was a big old booty and it was doing a lot.
That's why you
And
like
that's and look, and I just all I knew I was and I said, you feel me?
That was a
So-
funny space.
Oh yeah, but y'all know y'all done had them when y'all was little. You had them moments where it happened to you and you just like it's like wow. Well, you done had that wet dream or something, and you woke up and you was like, dang.
I think this what happened to me. I had a wet dream and then I just seen
Yep.
a whole bottle of jerky.
Yeah, bro.
Not a whole bottle, bro. It's terrible.
That was yeah.
Someone
And
hey,
see,
girl,
and
hey,
the only thing I say
girl.
I'm about 13, because listen, I had my daughter when I was 15. So I started real early.
Mhm.
So, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, because I saw one of them things, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? That's why the booties is just, you know. But yeah, so that's why I like booties.
That was a fun, spicy round, y'all.
Yes.
And it was funny. It was funny too. Twitter color, thank y'all for coming.
All right.
Thank y'all for having us.
All
Y'all
right.
will be back.
Yeah.
Not the last
Absolutely.
time y'all will
Yeah.
be seeing
Won't be.
them.
And make sure y'all tune into
Good evening,
You
Roanoke
wanna-
Valley.
Yep.
on Sundays on Facebook.
Yep.
Plug it in.
Sunday, 7 p.m. on Facebook. We're on Spotify. We on Apple Podcasts. We on Google Podcasts as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. 7 p.m. on Sundays, by the way.
7 p.m.
All right.
And we're out.
We good? Peace. All right.
That was great, y'all.
Yeah.